On today's show, he's a writer-producer who's too young and too dumb to realize he should have bought you flowers. It is Mr. David Marker.
She is an actress, writer, dungeon master who, when I see her face, there's not a thing that I would change because she's amazing just the way she is. It's Amy Vorpahl.
And she is the creator of Nerdtainment. She makes you feel like you've been locked out of heaven. It's Sarah Atwood.
And finally, he makes all of the dragons want to retire. If you don't believe him, just watch. It's Douglas Sarine.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Welcome to Sight Unseen, a guessing game where our distinguished panel attempts to guess the purpose, names, and possibly the aims of unique websites. As always, the panel must only ask yes or no questions to get as many yes answers as they can possibly string together before they get 10 no answers and are defeated by the internet. How are we doing today, panel?
Oh, doing great.
Good.
Nice. Amy, this is your first time playing the game, so welcome. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I ace these things like 20 questions and all that, although I've never played it with websites, so we'll see how I do.
Oh, wow. Well,
I like it.
You seem fairly internet-y.
Yeah, but there are some Reddit dark holes that I've never gone down, so I believe that you probably
Good
have
not to go down those.
and,
Yeah.
I don't know that this is the show that we're that dark. For those of you who don't know Amy, it's a great place to find out more about her is at her Twitter, which is just Vorpahl Sword. Let's get started with our first website. Here we go. Our first website is for a museum. The hint is the main feature of this museum was patented in 1896. We give our panel one wild guess just based on that hint alone. So, Sarah, what is your guess based on that hint?
Well, as soon as you said museum, I tuned out. So I'm just going to say the Louvre.
Okay, great. David?
I don't know why this would be patented, but I'm going with the 1896 angle, and I'm going to say the Museum of Abraham Lincoln Top Hats.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln Top Hats. Sure. That might have gotten going by that point. Amy, what's your wild guess?
Haunted House Museum.
Oh, a haunted house museum. Sure. All of those things could have possibly existed in 1896. We know that the Louvre actually did. But it is none of those. So we're going to start our questioning with Sarah. We're looking for a museum website.
Does this museum hold art?
Of a sort, of a very specific sort. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. Does this museum hold framed paintings?
No. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. That's 1 down, 9 to go. Amy.
Is the name of this museum named after what you expect to be inside of it?
Oh,
yes.
Question. Okay. Are the things the museum is showcasing, are they meant to... Are they, to the general population, a bit disturbing?
Oh.
No, I would say they're not to the general population disturbing. 2 down, 8 to go. Okay. David.
Is this museum in America?
Yes, it is in America.
Is this museum, well, I guess I was going to ask if it's educational, but most museums are, so don't count that as my question.
You give a yes. You'd be able to
Oh, that's
going.
True. Okay. Is this museum educational?
I think all museums are educational, so
yeah.
Okay. At least we got the yes. We got the yes. Is this museum in the western half of the United States?
No. 3 down, 7 to go. Sarah.
Is this museum focused on one individual?
No. 4 down, 6 to go. Amy.
Okay, I'm gonna focus in on, because you said there was one featured item that kind of built the museum. Will you repeat the wild hint or whatever that was?
The main feature of this museum was patented in 1896.
Okay, the main feature. Yeah.
Okay, not you, Doug. Everyone else. So like, are you thinking some version of like science or inventions or?
I was thinking machines or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask that. Okay, Doug, does this museum contain mechanical things?
Can you be more specific? Do you mean things with like motors or?
I mean, well,
are you saying
like invention? I want to say
inventions?
inventions. Does this museum contain inventions?
It does contain more than one invention, but it's specifically focused. The main thing has one specific invention, the one that was patented.
Patented invention. Does that count as a yes or is that a no?
I'm going to say that's a yes because there are.
You nodded. You said yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is this patented thing smaller than a person?
Ooh,
yes.
Good one.
Okay.
Oh.
Is the version of this patented thing still used today?
Yes.
Good questions.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I still feel just as lost.
I
know, right?
It seemed like you were just like.
I know, sniping in. Does this patented thing have to do with communication?
Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, the pause makes me, because I was thinking cell phone, but the pause makes me think it's a little bit.
Don't go by his pauses.
Also, remember that it was 1896 was the patent.
Half the time he's wrong, Amy.
Well, I don't know anything about history. Like this, that doesn't help me.
Well, I'm thinking it would be like the telephone generally, not the cell phone. You know what I mean?
It would be the telephone. You're right. Yes.
I just want Amy to go. I don't know anything about history. Is it the Dinosaur Museum, 1896? I don't know.
They communicated with each other.
The moon landing? I don't know.
A version of it is, yes. Yeah, it does make me think. So communication. Okay, is the patented thing meant to be, or at least part of it, held in your hand?
I believe no, based on how you are asking that question.
Okay.
5 down, 5 to go, David.
Woo!
Is the main feature of this of this museum that is patented? Is it electronic?
No. 6 down, 4 to go, Sarah.
Oh, don't come to me. Okay. Communication that's not electronic. Does this thing do you talk into it?
No, you do not talk into it. 7 down, 3 to go. Here's your late hint. And your late hint is it is something that is worn. It's something that is worn.
You wear it, and okay. Wait, was the communication like? Dang, that communication clue I think might be throwing me off. Then, what do you guys? What do you wear that communicates?
What do you wear that's?
Well, you got to ask questions. They can't give you the answers.
Yeah.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking my teammates.
Talking to us. Let's talking out of it.
Maybe like a microphone, like a.
You don't talk into it though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
David, since you're good with the year, is this like walkie-talkie? Is this like
but you don't talk into it.
If it's not spoken communication, could it be written communication? Does the type of communication this patented thing have to do with? Is it written communication?
Partially, yes. I'll say yes.
Okay.
Partially.
Yes, she gets a yes.
Okay, she gets a yes. Yes, she does. That's so
yes,
tough.
but not only written.
Yeah, not only written. Maybe like a mask or something that communicates that you are like married, or you know how you can just have you wear certain things. You like wear certain things to communicate.
Like a wedding ring communicates that you are married.
Okay, is this patented thing symbolic? Does it itself communicate a symbol of something?
It can.
Okay.
But I would say the object itself does not indicate a specific thing.
So is that a no?
But the object can. So I'm going to say no. 8 down, 2 to go. Because the object itself does not communicate something, but the object could communicate something.
A thing. Okay, great.
Oh boy,
Sorry,
I got
David.
nothing in terms of questions right now. Let me just
Oh, ask
recap here.
about where you wear it, like on the top half or the
Yes.
bottom
Okay.
half.
Yes. 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 Do you wear this on the top half of your body?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can wear it on any part of your body.
So unhelpful.
But yes, it is very common that people would wear it on the top
very
part of their body.
common.
I would say it's probably most common that people wear it on the top half of their body.
Okay.
For communication, what do I wear that I use to communicate?
Literally nothing. Nothing.
Well,
Douglas looks so smug.
Right.
Right.
Path with jewelry, though, David, because the wedding ring, a ring or that.
Is it a piece of jewelry?
People might consider it a piece of jewelry. I'll give you a soft yes on that.
Dang it! I need a hard yes to give me an actual direction.
More generally, sorry, it's not my turn, but I'm thinking like an accessory.
You were talking about you can wear it anywhere, but most commonly, do people wear it somewhere on their arms? Wrists, hands, arms, that extremity.
Ooh, good question.
On their physical body?
On their physical body. You said it's meant to be worn.
They do not wear it on their physical body. Typically, I would say it's very rare for someone to wear it on their body.
Physical body. Okay, so they wear it on their virtual parallel universe body.
Yes,
or like their pet.
Whatever. They had avatars.
You're not wearing it on their skin. They're not wearing it on their skin. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting that a no. I'm saying 9 down, 1 to go. Sarah,
Maybe
they do not wear it on their skin.
Hair.
Clothing. Oh, hair.
Yeah.
What do we wear on our clothes that's like a belt,
brooch.
a badge, like a brooch, but he said not really leaning towards jewelry.
Right.
An accessory like a tie?
Like Girl Scout badges. Those communicate things.
That would be jewelry to me, I think. And Douglas
would
be
Douglas,
lying.
does this item get
it's jewelry, accessory, it's somewhere.
It's all the same.
He doesn't know what jewelry is.
Okay.
I said yes to jewelry,
He
and
did say
then
yes to jewelry. Yeah,
I said yes to
jewelry.
jewelry, and then when accessory came up, I thought, well, maybe. I think it fits both categories.
Okay, Sarah, I do like pin then. Or
Do
buttons?
Does this thing get sewn on an item of clothing?
No, it does not get sewn on the item, but Amy, you were right there.
I was going to say, Amy, you're onto it.
Oh, I
was? Amy, you were right there. I'm going to introduce you guys to the Busy Beaver Button Museum.
Oh my God. We were so close, Amy.
You guys were really getting...
I just said another word for pin.
Yes, it's the Busy Beaver Button Museum where they've got buttons of all sorts. They've got a wonderful history of buttons here. You can learn all about them.
Where is this museum?
It is in Chicago, Illinois. They were featuring Earth Day buttons right now. But look at all of this. You can get your favorite bands.
Can you buy these buttons, or are they just on display? Well, surely they have a gift shop where you can buy some, I guess.
Sure. It's a museum. David, there's your favorite artist, Bing Crosby.
All-time fave.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. I went the other way.
I think you were there. No, you were there with pins. Didn't you? Did you get it?
My last question got to like sewing because I was thinking, badges. But yeah,
I see.
Sarah, look at you need a splash movie
this
button.
Is great. I want to go to this site.
What a week I'm having.
To be fair, the rules say that we lost, but I feel like we won.
I consider it a win.
And of course, the Busy Beaver Button Museum does have an entire one just for beavers.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
You have to.
Yeah.
These are all
that
beaver buttons.
Communication thing really did throw us, but this is communicating. Yeah,
it is. It's communicating because they use them for political.
What is the patented thing?
The mechanism for pinning it onto your.
Wow,
you gotta patent everything, don't you?
Pin back buttons were patented in 1896. This is a brother and sister that run the museum here. Yep. What do you have buttons for?
I have a little rainbow DC button
Oh, you don't have a crisscross?
Oh, I should get crisscross for my brother. He used to love crisscross.
He likes to jump.
Yeah. And then I have the Leaning Tower of Cheesa from a Goofy movie.
I used to have a denim purse that I covered with New Kids on the Block buttons.
Really?
I worked really hard on collecting a lot of New Kids on the Block buttons, and I covered it.
Wonderful. I feel like, Amy, I think you really got the spirit of that, which is you didn't technically beat the internet, but you were darn tootin' close. It felt like a win, but it was actually a horrible defeat.
Thank you, Douglas.
But based on that, I have full confidence that you will get many more of the websites.
Yeah, we're right there. We're right there.
We're warmed
Great.
up.
Here's our second website. Our second website is for a profession. And the hint you get is there is a color spectrum related to this profession that ranges from faint straw to bright yellow. You guys get one wild guess each based on that. Amy, what's your wild guess?
It is pogo sticking.
Pogo sticking as a profession. David.
Bed sheet designer.
Bed sheet designer. Sarah?
I'm going to say farmer.
Farmer. Interesting. Those are all professions that someone could have, most interestingly being a pogo stick maker or hopper.
Hopper, yeah.
But none of them are the profession that we are looking for this particular website. So we will start the questioning with you, Amy.
Is this profession communal? Like, does it require more than one person?
No, it does not require more than one person. One down, 9 to go. David.
Sorry.
In this profession, are you providing a service to other people?
Yes.
Are you, do these professionals create something for other people?
Yes.
Do these professionals work in the kitchen?
No. 2 down, 8 to go.
Good
Sarah.
job.
Are these professionals who are creating something, are they doing it with their hands? Is it tangible making something?
Yes.
Is this, wait, he said service to yes,
Yeah,
David?
they do provide a service. Yeah.
Does the product that they're making, is this something we still utilize today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Getting the yeses.
An item that your average person has in their home.
I want to give you a yes on that. And I think the best way to give you that yes would be to say,
Yes.
it's not just one item. And the color was,
Okay.
there was a color spectrum related to this profession that ranges from faint straw to bright yellow.
Yeah. So I'm stuck as a farmer. Okay. We're making something that is of service and it's a profession. So it's in maybe out of the house and do adults use this item that this professional makes?
Adults and children both use items this profession makes.
This profession makes. Is this item used for entertainment?
Good question.
Some items are used for entertainment, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a no on that because the primary output of this profession are items that are used by adults for non-entertainment purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a no on that. And I think that really helps you out. 3 down, 7 to go, Amy.
Sarah and David, here's what I'm thinking. I need to know what the color spectrum thing is all about. Because is it going to be, is it like the product is yellow on the, like on the, or is it like, do they wear? Because he didn't say he didn't say it's associated with the product. He said it's associated with the profession. And I don't understand what that actually means. Here's the thing. I don't think that yellow has to do with the product this profession makes. Okay. How do I ask that to get a yes question?
Right.
You could say, am I right in saying that the color spectrum has nothing to do with the product?
Okay, that repeated out of my mouth.
Yep, that one. That's our question.
Repeat the question,
Dang it,
David.
okay.
As
You do
Amy.
it.
Is Amy correct in saying that the color spectrum is unrelated to the product?
First of all, Amy, you do an incredible David impersonation. The color spectrum is related to the product.
Dang it.
So I'm going to say no.
So Amy
Because
is not correct.
You are not correct in saying
I'm so
that.
wrong after all of that.
But
Okay.
I will. But I feel like it is important for me to say, because it is related to the product, but it is not related to the product as people use it or when
The
people
final
buy
product. So the final product,
So does
no.
that-
it. 4 down, 6 to go.
Okay, so does that
David.
mean maybe it's associated with the brand logo or something, like a sticker that's on it or something?
It sounds like it's in that spectrum while you're making it, and then it's something else when you get a final product. This is the worst hint ever.
Yeah. Oops, I think I messed up royally
It's
by
okay.
trying to go down yellow.
I think
path.
you guys are doing wonderful. You only have 4 strikes.
Oh.
against
It's
you.
true. It's true.
The bright yellow is what's crazy to me.
Bright yellow. I just honestly keep thinking of this blanket behind me on the couch.
I do
It's
too.
distracting me with the yellow.
You got it. It's that blanket behind David on the couch. That's the product we're talking about.
Is it? I wonder if it's something about lighting. Do you think?
Dude, I was right there. Yes.
Okay. Does it have to do with lighting?
No, it has nothing to do
Oh,
with it.
wow.
5 down, 5 to go.
Okay.
Sarah.
This product that these professionals are making, does it include fabric or yarn?
No, it does not include fabric or
Damn.
yarn. 6 down, 4 to go. Amy.
Okay.
Maybe it has something to do with paint. Although you don't really use, kids don't use, well, kids use like finger paint, I guess.
But there's also so many other colors. I'm going to fundamentally disagree.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that.
Yes.
Just because anything with color to me or paint or just something with color at its center makes me think of like way more colors than just yellow.
Yeah.
And I think I would be calling
Copy
David
that.
a liar if it had something to do with paint.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this product or items, does it have metal in it?
Yes.
Yes, metal.
Does that help at all? I don't know. Are these items mass produced?
Items related to this profession are mass produced. Remember, we're looking for the profession.
Oh, the profession, right. Items related to the profession. This profession, I know, now I'm back. Is this profession a trade skilled profession where
Yes.
Okay, it is. So you could just learn it. That's what I'm taking from trade skill is someone can, it doesn't really require necessarily a formal education. So you could just do it and put the thing together or like make something service. Okay. Is the service that this profession provides, does the profession have anything to do with electricity?
No, it does not. 7 down, 3 to go, and you get your late hint.
Oh,
and
thank God. I need it. I need it.
I know.
Your late hint is that William Wadsworth Longfellow wrote a poem about this profession.
Oh my dear Lord.
Wrote a poem about
William Wadsworth Longfellow. That guy couldn't be more British sounding.
Well, I think the design behind that hint is if you think when William Wadsworth Longfellow lived.
Right.
Probably like 1800s, I would think. So, ladies,
Yes.
here's where my mind is stuck right now.
Okay.
With the light straw to the bright yellow,
Go
I'm
back there just a
thinking how alchemists turn straw into gold. Isn't that a thing? You like spin straw into gold.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a myth. That's definitely a legend. But you can turn some metals into other metals. That is real.
He wrote a
So-
poem about this profession.
A drug maker.
And it's a trade skill.
Clock making. I don't know.
Now,
I'm thinking clock making.
okay. Because now I'm thinking like
There is metal.
blacksmiths and things like, you know.
Ding, ding, ding!
What?
David has gotten it. Yes.
Oh my God. Unexpected.
Here we guys go. Right. Way to go.
Oh, thank you for saving us. Oh,
Welcome to
Job.
stormthecastle.com, where we are talking about blacksmithing.
Oh my gosh. Well done.
All the things related to the wonderful art of making stuff out of metal.
Wow.
Here we go with the color chart. This is how the colors that it changes, the metal changes to while you're doing it. So it starts down there with faint straw and ends up at bright yellow, and it changes
like
through all of
purple
these.
in the middle. Wow. Huh.
So that's the color of the metal itself, or is the color of the flame?
I think it's the ranges of the color of the steel is what it says.
Color
So
of the steel.
at this temperature, the color of the steel is
Wow.
and I guess the more you work at it, the more you understand. Oh, it's at this.
It is a good hint, Douglas.
I know. That is amazing.
I thought so.
Oh, I dated a blacksmith.
Did
What?
you really?
Yeah, in LA.
In the 1700s?
No, there are like little classes that you can go to in LA and learn how to make little things. He didn't make me anything. We never really got that far, but he was making jewelry and tent stakes and little decorative designs.
I say don't stick with a guy unless he makes you a full suit of dragon chainmail,
Yes.
dragon scale chainmail.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. My friends to this day, if I'm, talking about dating, whatever, that we refer to him as the blacksmith. No one knows his name.
What I love
that
here.
it's like a moment in your life, you're like, but we weren't past the point that he made me anything.
Yeah.
that ever important
I will say
suit of
that.
armor, that suit of armor
Yeah.
phase. Has he given you a
Yeah.
suit of
That
armor?
is always everyone's next question. So I just put that at the front.
What I love about this site is it starts with all of like the weaponry and war stuff here with like swords and hilts and daggers and spears and chainmail. And then really quickly, it just switches over to dinner bell triangle, pumpkin carving tools. I just love it. Just a pumpkin carving tool.
Yeah.
I also liked up above it said, make a knife and then make another knife.
Make a knife.
Make another.
Forging another knife. Forge a sword. Forge a big sword.
Yeah.
The one that concerned me was make a forge. Make a cheap and easy forge.
No.
Great job, guys. You asked all the perfect questions to arrive at blacksmithing.
Oh, wow.
I like that wasn't even a formal guess, but you gave it to us.
Yeah.
Well, it was his turn. It was David's turn, and he said blacksmithing. So
yeah.
it was on his turn, and he made
thinking
the
out
correct
loud
guess.
pays off.
That's
what I'm
right.
learning.
Off of that energy, let's just jump into our third website, because I think you guys are on a roll. Next up, we have an unofficial website that's dedicated to a work of fiction. An unofficial website dedicated to a work of fiction. And the hint is the first movie version of this work of fiction on Rotten Tomatoes received a tomato meter score of 42 and an audience score of 69. So the tomato meter is what the critics thought of it. And the audience score is obviously what the audience thought of it. So just based on that, what work of fiction do you think we're talking about, David?
I think we are talking about Harry Potter.
Okay. Sarah, what work of fiction do you think we're talking about?
The Wizard of Oz, or I forget the book's name, but that one. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Amy, what work of fiction do you think we're talking about?
I think it's Gremlins.
Gremlins. All of those were made into movies, of course, but none of them are the work of fiction that we are talking about for this specific unofficial website. So we're going to start our questions with you, David.
Okay. Is this work of fiction a book?
The original work of fiction was a book, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. I got a yes. I got a yes. Is this book written before 1950?
No. 1 down, 9 to go. Sarah.
Not before 1950. Is this work of fiction in the fantasy genre?
Yes.
In this work of fiction, are there human beings?
Yes. I don't know why that strikes me as funny, but I'm just trying to think of the work of fantasy work of fiction that is.
Don't question my fantasy genre.
Could be dinosaurs. Could be a book about dinosaurs.
It's just
Oh,
dragons.
yeah. There it is. Okay.
Does this work of fiction that we have established has one movie made about it? Was there more than one movie made based off of this work of fiction?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
Does this work of fiction include prehistoric animals?
To the best of my knowledge, no. 2 down, 8 to go.
Good run, though, Sarah. Good run.
That's really good.
Yes.
Okay.
David will probably correct me on this.
Okay. There's a dinosaur. Okay. So it's in the fantasy genre. There are humans, and the book itself was written and we're dealing with a franchise here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So this franchise. Okay, so maybe not prehistoric, but let's see. There are humans involved. Are there also non-humans in the story?
Good question.
That is an excellent question.
Go to the tapes. Look it up.
To the best of my knowledge, it is all humanoid. Human.
Ooh, okay.
Humanoid.
Humanoid could mean goblins or elves or dwarves.
Sure.
No. Yeah. Then I don't. As far as I know, it is all human.
Okay.
As far as I know, it is all human. So I'm going to say no. 3 down, 7 to go, David.
Okay. So, ladies, I kind of want to lean more into the movie side of this because I feel like I'm more likely to know what the movie is than to get the movie based on clues. So I'm going to ask, was the first movie adaptation of this work of fiction made post 1980?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so we're definitely thinking, this is not for you, Douglas, so butt out. We're definitely thinking that this is a franchise and not like a remake of the same story.
Yeah, we should clarify that.
There are more than there. You're right. Sorry, you just asked if there were more than one.
Another way. Yeah, like they could have done like Blade did one and then did another. That wasn't really a franchise.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Okay, so Douglas, now I'm ready for you. Was this work of fiction adapted into a franchise of movies, as in like sequels and stuff?
You were listening and you could have looked it up while we were talking about this.
It is difficult to answer that question. I want to say yes.
You want to say that it is a franchise with sequels.
It's not just a remake of the same movie over and over.
Right.
It's multiple movies. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So yes. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. We got there.
Yeah, we got there. Post 1980 fantasy franchises. Is it like is it a story set in the future?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that makes me think Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
But that would be science fiction, not fantasy, right?
I feel like science fiction falls in. I think this is science fiction falls in fantasy. But I mean, we could clarify. But that's where I'm headed.
Yes, I consider science fiction part of fantasy.
Okay.
I consider them close enough that I felt comfortable saying yes.
My mind's going to like. I mean, now we can include time travel as like a genre, but I'm thinking like witches and wizards are kind of like humans. That's fantasy.
Right.
Obviously, it's not Harry Potter. We already know that.
You just asked if it was set in the future, right?
Oh, yeah, it is set in the future. Is it set in space? Like away from Earth?
No. 4 down, 6 to go, Sarah.
On Earth.
Does this franchise star, the movie version of this fictional work, star Keanu Reeves?
No.
So,
5 down.
but that was
We go.
so good. That's such good information.
You could have just asked if it was the main matrix.
I could have, but I want
I don't know
another
that softball was needed. I don't know that angle. Although it could have been the Johnny Mnemonic.
It's my question. So
Yeah, all right. It's in a future on Earth. Does the film include action sequences?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, do the are there guns?
Yes. I don't think guns are are primary.
Okay. Are there cars or vehicles for transport?
I am new to this work of fiction.
wow, that actually helps a lot. Actually,
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But there are vehicles.
Okay. Would the book series? Oh, I wonder if the book are a series.
that's a good question.
Is this work of fiction? The book version, is that also a series?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Would this be considered young adult?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Okay, so that's
Here we go.
the Divergent series.
Ding, ding, ding!
Oh, Amy!
Amy for the win!
Oh my gosh, y'all.
We're talking about some Divergent fan site here. It is the
God.
Divergent faction. Look at this wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Got a Wikipedia page too.
well, no, I was just going to say, I was trying to look at where they defined, because it was science fiction, but I felt like it has fantasy elements.
Fantasy elements, I think.
I would agree.
Those genres, it's like basically, yeah, they are both genre.
What I know nothing about are the factions. Have any of you read anything of the Divergent series?
I have, yeah.
Amy.
The only one I actually remember is erudite, because I just like that word, and they're the very, I think those are the smart people, or they're just good at using their brains.
Okay.
That's cool imagery that I.
Well, they say that these are the 5 factions of the world of Divergent: abnegation, the selfless; dauntless, the brave; candor, the honest; erudite, the intelligent;
Yep.
and amity, the peaceful.
Yeah.
So pick a Divergent faction for yourself.
Oh yeah.
In Divergent, the whole thing is that she doesn't fit into a faction, and so she's an outlaw. Yeah, she's Divergent. So
you might say that she's Divergent.
You might say that she diverges from the path of these 5. So if you ask any like young adult person to do a faction, it'll be like, instead of Gryffindor, they're going to choose, I'm Divergent, I don't fit into these categories.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But if I had to, I think I would probably do erudite, because I just remember being like, I want to be the smart group, you know?
Yeah. I would be candor, because I'm a Sagittarius and I blunt out the truth.
I would want to be abrogation, just because I like that word.
That's a great word.
There's the president of the United States from Scandal, or the guy that killed Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Tony something or other, yeah, I think.
Yeah, sure. We'll call him Tony. Ooh, there she is, crowd surfing at a concert.
Yes,
It's big in the future.
I assume doing some CrossFit there.
Yeah.
This gal landed this Divergent writing deal at the age of 22, coming out of Northwestern.
Dang.
Wait, to write the movies or the book or what?
The book.
It's a
Yeah.
The writer? Wow.
Yeah, landing her on the New York Times bestsellers list at the age of 22.
Well, I didn't need to know that.
Way to go.
I just wanted to finish on that. Letting you
Yeah, thanks.
That year, I think my crowning achievement was getting a job, just a really
22. Yeah, graduated college. It was like, ooh,
Graduating. Yeah, that was
yeah.
We've got one more website for you guys, if you guys are willing to go for it.
I'm ready. We're on a
All
roll.
right, let's go for it. This is our Internet Famous round. For this round, the panel tries to guess a famous person that has an official website. We offer no clues. You just gotta figure out who this famous person is and that has an official website. Sarah, we're going to start our questioning with you to discover the website. Same person.
Is this famous person an actor?
This person has acted, yes.
Is this person also a singer?
I do not believe this person has any singing credits that are notable. So I'm going to say 1 down, 9 to go. Amy.
Is this person a female?
Yes.
Is this person still alive?
Yes.
Is she over the age of 40?
Just do some quick math. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Is this person, would she be considered white?
No. 2 down, 8 to go. David.
Okay, so she's a female over 40 who has acted,
Right,
but
it didn't sound
maybe
like
not
she was.
necessarily like primarily known as.
Sounds like not primarily.
Right.
And it seems like
Um,
a person of color on some level.
Yes. I'm just gonna say, is this female over 40 and African American?
Yes, I believe this person identifies as African American. Yes.
Okay.
Guys, we are closing in. It feels good.
I know,
my
right?
goodness. You went from, you got 1 and 7, you got the next one in 5. I expect you guys to get this one now.
I know. Okay, so it feels like acting is not her primary vocation. So is she an athlete?
No. 3 down, 7 to go. Sarah.
Would you say this woman is more of a host, on camera personality host?
Yes.
Do we see this person mostly in reality shows?
This person has been on reality show. I don't know how you most consume this person, but I need to give you a yes on that question.
Okay.
On
So
reality show.
she's doing these things, but that's not like a definite how we know her.
I'm not saying that.
Right. Okay.
Again, a famous person might be well known to one person for this and to one person for that.
Okay.
Is she funny? Is she known to the masses as someone with a very good sense of humor?
Comedian is not listed in her official monikers. I'm going to say no. 4 down, 6 to go. Amy.
Okay, I'm just gonna get real clear on this. Is she?
First get real, then get real clear.
Let's get into this. All right. Is she famous for doing something besides being on camera?
By on camera, you mean?
In the entertainment industry.
Douglas made this person up. This person's not real.
I feel like it would be responsible for me to say yes.
She's famous for something other than the entertainment industry? That's a yes? No? That's tough. Okay.
No, no. I guess I have to say no. I'm going to change it and say no. 5 down, 5 to go. But my hesitation and the way that I waver there, hopefully, is an indication to you
Of
what this person may be most famous for might straddle.
Well,
Is
David,
she-
on to you.
Yeah. David, take it from her.
Okay. Is she a model?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it Tyra Banks?
It is Tyra Banks.
Oh my
Ding, 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 guys.
Woo!
She's
Thank
back.
you, David.
There she is.
There
She's back.
she is.
She's
What is
thankful.
the problem? She's 100% a model. Where is the ambiguity?
No, because she has a reality show.
Right,
Yeah.
which we already covered. So there's nothing non-entertainment about her.
But I don't know that you consider like a model can be like, I consider that commerce. I don't know that I consider that entertainment necessarily. This is like her first Sports Illustrated, and then this is 2019 Sports Illustrated. She's
for her.
been running Model Land for the past 10 years, which
Yeah. That's a new like theme park, like activation.
Oh, really?
thing that was supposed to open, I think, May 1st or something like that. Of course, that's probably pushed back now. But she's like opening up a whole park about Model Land.
Is
Yeah.
is it where you go and take Instagram pictures of yourself?
Yes.
Or?
Yes. It's like a whole, I'm sure it's built for Instagram.
Amy, I will say, she says this on Model Land, because it's all about positive self-image. I believe that if you have a camera phone and have taken selfies and posted them onto social media, you are a model, damn it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Tyra.
Well, put
She
it in
loves-
my byline. All right.
She loves the color yellow, although she does not
Hey.
say anything about blacksmithing.
Yeah.
She
No,
teaches at Stanford, and
Oh.
this is so cool. She has a page on her site dedicated to fan art that people have made of her.
Huh. Very nice. Tiger art.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And the one that I thought was coolest is because people sometimes talk about her big forehead. Is
Yep.
she posted this one of the five head crew?
Yep.
You know, like
Yes, bigger than
so big
four.
it's a five head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyra Banks has done pretty darn well for herself.
Oh, she is quite the businesswoman for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
2019 swimsuit, she demanded that she got to pick the photographer, and she
Cool.
got this lady
As she
that
should.
that was the first female photographer to shoot the cover of Swimsuit
Wow.
Edition, the first black
Wow.
photographer to shoot, and the first black female photographer to shoot, and a mom as well. I just think that that's a cool thing to do with your power,
That's
is to
Very cool.
Yeah.
Did we just get 3 out of 4?
We smoked the internet.
Yes, we sure did.
Well, you deserve a pat on the back. Today's score was Internet 1, Panel 3.
Yeah.
You guys rocked it. Such a great job. Such a great question. You really worked around it, worked with each other without over guessing. That's our show. A special thanks to all of the websites we mentioned and to the internet for providing that feeling of when you're not sure whether you're awake or you're dreaming. Please like, subscribe, comment, and Patreon Nerdtainment. You won't regret it, and we appreciate it. Amy, thanks for playing with us.
Thank
can
you.
follow Amy on Twitter at Vorpahl Sword. Anything fun coming up that people should check in about?
Well, recently I did Dungeon Master for Felicia Day and the Guild, and you can see that they might have it on YouTube when this airs, but they definitely do still have it on Felicia's Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Felicia Day. And we just had a hoot and holler of a time.
Wow, that was it. Definitely check out that and check out all of the things that Amy's up to, because she does absolutely everything related to entertainment that you can possibly imagine, from singing to DMing to acting to you name it, she does it. For Amy Vorpahl, David Marker, and Sarah Atwood, I'm Douglas Ryan. Thank you for seeing Sight Unseen, and may all of your search results be optimal.